Hi Leo, this is your 2020 forecast for January. If you would like a private reading with me or hypnosis to facilitate permanent change, do use the link below. Leo, you are in a fortunate position to be able to make some grand sweeping changes in your life this year. Great time to have some hypnosis with me. So this month, what you're dealing with all month is what you own, what you owe, your debt, and how you earn your money. Now, with your Queen of Swords, it looks like that there is a ruling in your way. So there's been some sort of approval, some sort of acceptance, some sort of a yes around that, which is breathing fresh air into what your finances look like. Maybe you've decided that you have a plan now that you've got that permission, now you've got that answer, and so you're starting to put that into action on what 2020 looks like for you, because you do have a new plan. You also have for the next 2 years, you've got this plan laid out in the third house, which is about how you communicate. It's your perspective, it's your mindset, it's small abilities and skills, and working on that, conversations and negotiations. When it comes to your finances, this is about, okay, well, how I think about my money, how I earn my money, how I pay my money. Look, I've got a new plan to do with that, and I'm starting to roll that out now. This is also about having the independence to be able to set your budget, to be able to make your own rules. So if you thought your job was gone, or if you thought you'd missed out on something, you find that you haven't. There's news coming shortly about that. Do look at January the 10th, though, for an eclipse. So when things do come up round about that period in any area of your life, all the details won't be there. So there'll be a I don't know when, I don't know how feeling about that. Can take 6 to 9 months to find out exactly what that is. And even next year, you could be looking back at this time and saying, oh, well, that's why that happened. Oh, well, this is why I needed that. So as you're going, as you are in January this year, look at your confidence and how that is part of your partnerships and how you earn your money. Do you feel strong within yourself to be able to speak up with your partnerships, whether this be love or whether this be work? And also, how is your confidence around your finances? Do you have a spending problem? Is this the year you're going to make sure that you can put money aside and start paying off your debts? What money you put aside for your future, your nest eggs, those kinds of things as well. Now, also take advantage of any kind of opportunity there with your finances in January, where you can be part of a collaboration, part of a team. So you might be working on this with somebody else, but there's definitely a chance here for you to be able to make more money and have advancement. Your ambition is stronger this month than it was last year. Lastly, this is about having that protection and resolution about what my future looks like to do with my finances. And so now I've got that in my mind, and that's where I'm going to put my action. This is the same with studies. You might find, okay, well, new year, new me. I'm going into this year with focus. I'm taking action on what it is that I've decided I'm going to do, and I'm moving in that with a clear direction. At home, we do have the Temperance card. This is a major arcana card. Now, things have evolved and things have changed, Leo. And with that, within you, there is a bit more balance. But all of this month, we're looking at our self-worth and our self-esteem. And how is that creating a different mindset and a different perspective? Are you able to address the changes within yourself that need to be made so that you are more confident, that you are able to be more confident not only at your work and co-workers and with your finances, but also amongst your family, your place within the family? Do you see yourself as a hierarchy member of your family, or do you follow the rule? This is something you're going to be looking at. There's also close to the eclipse, there is something here which is about you're not exactly sure about how you emotionally feel about this, and it's about so I'm saying this emotional self, or this emotional issue, and this emotional issue, they both are intertwined, and there are changes because of that, but I'm not exactly sure yet. Am I struggling with this change? Am I transitioning through this change? Emotionally not entirely there, because there is a change here as well. Now, some of you, this transition is between movement, moving out of the home, packing up the home, family members moving out of the home, changes within the family. There is a transition there. With your love, you do have the Three of Pentacles. So this is my partner and I. There's some grief here. There is a elephant in the room, whether this be someone that's cheating, a family member, a friend, a child, someone between us and our relationship, and we really need to take stock and sit down and discuss this together. There's also success in practical, tangible ways that you can bring ourselves closer together. And lastly, this is about we're deciding about what our future looks like. So we've got this perspective that there is a change there, and we're working towards those changes, but we need to put steps in place for that as well. Now, if you are dating in that transition period, for some of you, you're going to find out this is not what I signed up for, and then you're just going to just let that way go to the wayside. For others, you might find that there is some heartache or some grief here, that someone hasn't behaved in a way that you thought that they would. With your Doreen Virtue messages from the angels. Now also for the whole of this year, you are going to have opportunities and chances to make a difference in your health. Like I said before, if your health is changing, it's in transition, and there's been some plateaus, you've made some gains, you've lost some gains, and now you've reached a plateau. There are plenty of opportunities there for you. It's not a given though, you do have to do the work, but also with what your day looks like. So your routine, your paid and unpaid work, those kinds of things as well. Yeah, there's definitely a move here. Definitely a move here. So whether this be, I've got the finances and I'm moving home, like I said before, transitioning into the changing the home, there's definitely movement there. But anyone that comes in or out, you know, even a pet or a family member, that's going to bring in some change. We do have renewed love here with this, renewed energy, whether this be love or whether this be finances. There is renewal there, just like this here, and also these practical, tangible steps that you put in here. Now, childhood. Your childhood is wrapped around your self-esteem and self-confidence. This is something we need to look at. This is also the card of the younger generation, whether this be your own, your nieces, nephews, or your siblings themselves. Someone here needs compassion. Archangel Raphael is definitely talking about those physical changes in our health and all the opportunities you will have this year to be able to make some great changes there. And Grace and Antoinette said, listen, whatever discussions and whatever's coming up this month, you have to look at things in a place of compassion. Don't make decisions based on fear. Don't be too afraid to make this transition, and hear the other person's point of view. So be kind to you and those you love. And from Jedi side Jake, may the force be with you.